I got you, I got you. You thought you beat me on the buzzer. Not today, folks. What is going on? Welcome to tonight's stream. Just getting our last couple of things set in appropriate places. Hey, you can hear me good on the microphone, right? Gosh, guys, I got the sniffles, so give me one more second. All right, yeah, here we go. What's up, everybody? Grove Sleeper PNW coming at you live. Boom, here we are. Hey, yeah, it looks a little dark up here because I got all my lighting behind me. Check this out. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's probably really loud on the mic because I got it over on this side. We're so ready to rock tonight. Pretty soon I'm going to have to disconnect my mic and just bring it over to my side of the table, but for now we'll continue to try and stretch it to its limit. It did fall once, but we'll keep it out of the way of the camera and we're all good. All right, so check this out. We're gonna jump right in. How is everybody doing tonight? Shebang. Yep, looking good. Hey. All right, let's turn this music down just a hair, especially for you guys, so you can hear me. All right, so how's everybody doing tonight? Starting up the clinic, let's go. We got lots of projects to work on tonight. Starting off, my very first and largest, most successful air layer ever, right here. I don't even know what type of tree this is, but it sprung up in my yard and I air layered it about 5 feet up off the ground, and well, maybe 4 feet off the ground, and captured this part. So it's got a nice root system. We got to get it repotted into a more appropriate pot. So we'll start with that. I also have to separate a few ditch trees that I picked up. I'm going to be starting some air layers on a beautiful cherry that I have sitting just off stage over there. And y'all will be able to see that in a little bit. Alright guys, let's check my stats, make sure that everything is smooth. Let's see. Give me my stats. Clean stream. All right, sick. I hope this looks good and sounds good. I got a white backdrop. Hopefully that helps a little bit, and I made it more exciting with a projector light. I've got a large screen for chat, so if you guys are hitting me up, I'm hopefully gonna be able to see that right over there, and just respond to any of your questions or anything like that you might have. Alright, let me get tucked in and then we can get started, okay? Just gotta get my test stream plugged in here. Alright, looking good. And guys, really fast, I'm just gonna do a real fast test of our audio. I really do need the microphone over on my side. Maybe I need to take it off. All right, guys, let me test something out, okay? Let me test something out. Try that out. So, yeah, it should be live again. And it doesn't look like you're getting blasted by light, but these lights down here should illuminate everything for everybody. Yeah, we can blast off. Let's go. I gotta turn this off. Hang on. Make sure there's no feedback. Alright, nice clean surface to work with, you know. I'll share as many tricks as I can with you guys along the way. Trick number 1. Long projects like this, if I'm going to be kind of kneeling down and not working on a bench, I will be using yoga blocks to hopefully save my knees a little bit. Alright, so the idea is to get this tree into this pot here. Just got some different substrates. This is kind of a joke. I found a squirrel buried this, and I don't know what it is, but I was gonna see if it would turn into anything. So I just got some different substrates here. Let's see, I'm gonna have to get this out of here. Where's a good spot for this? I was gonna put it somewhere you guys can see it anyway, but it's all right. We'll work on one tree at a time. We're going to be separating this little cluster that I made. I don't like it as a cluster anymore. So we're going to separate it into 3 separate individuals. But yeah, lots of stuff that we get to work on tonight. And I'm really glad to have y'all here with me. Just settling in for a new project. And I'm just being very careful of keeping all my things in order. So I got some sharp items that I gotta make sure I keep track of. Alright, let's do this. There we go. And you guys can see this thing is barely held into where it is right now. It's in very loose bark, but it's been thriving. It's kicking, producing lots of new flowers or new leaves. And I don't even know what type of tree this is. Just sprung up in my yard one day. So I put an air layer on it, and it turned out that it worked. So I got myself a new tree. A little bit of sand, a little bit of topsoil, and then we got lots of this bark in here, and then this is filled up most of the way with just like lava rock, cheap substrate that I can fill it up with easily. And there's a bunch of bark underneath it as well. It's all stuff that's gonna drain super nicely, so I don't have to worry about drowning my plants. All right, so project number 1. I take notes of things as I move along, especially when I'm doing new stuff like this air layer that I've never attempted something as big as this before, and there's going to be a lot of really cool opportunities to create deadwood gin throughout most of it. Oh, you got cookies?
You're gonna love this.
Are they ready?
It is perfect.
All right, here, let me see. Oh, yes, guys, check that out. Oh, it's all right. I just vacuumed. 5-second rule. I'm good. I'm having it anyway.
It's like perfectly chewy.
Yeah. Yeah, you nailed it.
Oh.
Whatever that was. Write that one down.
I'll save this one. This is a winner.
Is this new?
Yeah, I just chose a random recipe.
I'll write this down. See, that's what you do, guys. Try new stuff out every single day. Never know. Look at this cookie. Floor cookies, baby. You know what? I wonder if I can snag a clip of that. I'll make an emote of dropping the cookie into the camera. That'd be pretty funny. Okay, anyway. God, are so good. She rocks. All right, bonsai notes. Unknown. Ear layer. Repot. And today is 4/11. Happy 4/11, everybody. All right, so with the amount of hydrant stuff that I put in here so far, showed you guys a minute ago. I'll show you one more time, maybe. Cha! There you go. Pretty much just lava rock. I took a whole bunch of lava rock and I've sifted it into different levels. I've got this large coarse stuff. I've got more fine stuff that's about the size of the akadama, so I can cut with akadama when I need to. And then I've got one level more fine of that that's great for the small pots. And then I've got the dust. And dust from my lava rock as well as my akadama gets mixed up with clay and sphagnum moss, and it helps create this kind of cement that I can make muck walls out of. And it allows me to like build these really cool kind of landscapes on pieces of flagstone. And I have like six small to mid-sized pieces of flagstone outside that I get to work with. I just got some diamond-headed drill bits. That's what you need in order to get holes all the way through. And not wreck a drill bit. Or the rock. Don't want to crack the rock either. Gotta be running water over it and all this. But I'll do a stream with you guys one of these days of doing a full slab job. And it's gonna be so cool. What's a slab job? Don't ask. Can't afford it. The funny thing about affording it is that God, it's so good. And then some coffee. My Zen place, guys. Welcome. Got fresh chocolate chip cookies, fresh espresso, long night of bonsai. And it is so good. So a lot of this is going to be pruned back and cut off after we decide what shape we want to make out of it, but I have not decided yet. For right now, it's best to just get it into a good living situation here, where it's gonna grow grow a radial root system, which I've already kind of prepared for by pruning down what was left of the air layer, because it has kind of a stump where I've pulled back the bark, but there's no roots growing, so I got to cut that part off. It's usually rotted, so it comes off really easily. But what is going to be our front? I guess it doesn't really matter because we put it in a round pot, but I'm just not, I haven't gotten to look at this tree yet and think about it, but it's got such a fresh root system. I don't want to have it keep wobbling around in this for much longer. I tried to use some string to secure it because I thought, hey, this will be easy. And it turns out that everything I tied up just came loose. Did a horrible job of it. But you know what? We call balls and strikes on this channel. And I take my L's. And you know what? I try to learn from them. That is a life lesson We're all gonna take them L's. We gotta learn from them and try and move on. Can't let our past define us. And the great thing about Bonsai is even if I mess up something, there's a good chance that I can still recover a new plan. There's always a new plan you can come up with. You're never beyond hope, you know? Unless the tree is dead, of course. But even then it can become cool decorative wood for different types of projects like terrariums. I have a hazelnut tree outside that ended up dying when I moved. It was the only one that died when I was moving. And it was actually a clone of another plant, a mother plant, which I also have. So I lost its baby. My mother lost its baby on the trek up to the Pacific Northwest, the beautiful, beautiful Pacific Northwest. Love it up here. And you know what? Today's weather was, how about this? Woke up, drizzling a little bit of rain. Hey, I got a Bonsai Society meeting, so I go to that. Stays sunny throughout the entire meeting. Nobody getting rained on. Drive home, drizzles a little bit. Start streaming, and in between that time, for the last like 4 hours, it's been sunny but raining. And then it stops, and then it goes. It stops, and it goes. We got sunny rain. It's so sick. I love it. All right, so we got a couple of things that we got to establish here. First off is that some sand can help level things out. Some of this mulch might get mixed in with the sand. Got to get our proper substrate mixed together. I think I'd like to get a little bit of medium-sized lava rock. I think you guys will have to excuse me for a moment while I grab some mid-sized lava rock. That's what's missing from my mix right here. That's what the flow's missing here. I need to get some medium. Yeah, this should be enough. I'll be right back. What? What? You guys hear my dog barking outside? Alright, I got what I need. I got what I need. I think the best way to do this. Alright. One thing I wanted to do is get a little bit of rooting hormone on there. Never hurts. Doing transplants and especially air layers, they love rooting hormones. So let me grab, where was my spray bottle? Make sure that it sticks. There we go. All right. And what I want to do is maybe switch perspective for you guys. I'll pull this back. And I'm going to be pulling this out of here. I don't believe it's tied in at all. No? So we're going to kind of actually dump it instead of just pulling it because I don't want to hurt the roots that are in there. So it's going to get all that original substrate right back in where I'm going to set down the root ball. And this is what developed over about 8 months of forming. Oh, there it is, I guess. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see. Holy cow. There's a lot of that stuff. Alright. Yeah, this was not going to last too long in here. It needs to get into a proper home. Alright, first off, gloves. And then some rooting hormone. I have some clean rooting hormone powder over on this tray over here. And I use this for my air layers because it stays on the brush and it stays clean, but this is actually a bit messy in here, so spray. Look at all these roots it developed in that cup. Crazy. And right now is the time for it to be growing. So it needs to have the room and the encouragement. Look at that, just putting some water on it, just brought it down. Just loving this water right now. Okay, there we go. Now let's hit it with that rooting hormone. Now this stuff's like cornstarch. You can't really control it. I'll try and let you guys see it, but actually here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it in, oh, see, way too much. Yeah. Just put it a little bit in the lid. Sprinkle it on. If this was a narrow branch, I might have my little cup underneath it to catch it, but it's a pretty big root ball that I'm dumping it on. There we go. Grow, little roots, grow. Please grow. Okay. We'll let that just sit and soak for a minute. There we go. Got rooting hormone. Now let's get some of this stuff out, because this was just filler in the last bucket. I'd actually love if I could just pop it right back in like that. Yep. Mission accomplished. Perfect. Okay, good. There's some topsoil in here. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Good bit of topsoil right around where the roots were growing. Probably some of the native soil, actually. Just mixed up with some bark. So I'm going to spread this around. This is a happy medium for it. So I'm going to spread it around so that hopefully the roots start spreading in that radial pattern outwards. And anything that starts to reach the lava rock, maybe it'll slow down and hopefully stop. If there's a couple of sticks, things like that, like right below it, that encourages the tree to grow outward instead of downward. So I like to stick a couple of larger sticks or a rock or something right below where the root mass is going to go. In this case, right there. So now the name of the game is that we've got to get all the right substrates in the right order to hold this thing in place and make sure that it grows nice and healthy. See, I like this because it's pretty close to the top. Maybe even like there. So we drop in a little bit of rock, spread underneath it to bring it upwards. And this is just small grit, or small, I guess, fine lava rock. I purchased it in bulk and hand sifted it 2,000 pounds, you guys. I went through 2,000 pounds. A lot of it I spread around my yard, but I went through just wheelbarrow after wheelbarrow full of this stuff. Still not quite there yet. A bit more. Bring the native soil up a bit more too. Just kind of like working in a circle around the outside to keep everything moving upward as I'm approaching the top of the basin here. Like I said, I'm going to try and do what I can to discourage downward growth on these. Oh, and here, check it out. I'll show you guys the bottom of an air layer. That's what it looks like. Here we go. You guys can see right here where I cut it off of the tree and the root ball. And then here's our close-up of our leaves. And they're like, they're little fuzzy things. I don't know what type of tree this is. So anybody, please, please, please in chat, if this looks familiar to you, let me know. I'd love to know. Is this gonna be something that I'd rather have it a slant or straight up? I think I kind of like it like that. If I was able to get it set this way. Now I guess I gotta keep it balanced. Gotta follow the rules sometimes of bonsai and keep it balanced. Okay. So I'm just pressing that flat end of the I guess branch that was left into the dirt, into the substrate, and then pulling out all the other roots kind of in a radial fashion, like I said. They all got lots of that nice rooting hormone on it, especially on the back where I'm seeing less roots. I'd like to get some more back there too. Okay, so first things first. I'd like to give it some topsoil. Just something nice and welcoming right around the root system. I think this is a little bit more fine here. We're gonna get all this nice fine mulch over the root system, and then we'll start packing in some stone to keep everything in place. But first, I want to make sure this is nice and protected with very friendly substrate saying grow here, grow this way, grow this way. There's gonna be a lot of rocks on this side because there's, well, you know what? Actually, there's got to be more dirt on this side because I'm trying to encourage the growth. How about some sand? That'll help hold things in place. So if I'm able to pack sand, that does a great job of holding things in the spot. So we get some sand here and then just begin to rub that sand around. Give a little bit of sand across everything here. Once we've got our topsoil down, now some nice high drainage sand. It's also packed into place, helps hold everything. Do another layer of kind of the barky. Oh, you know what? There's even a bit of akadama mixed up in this. This is a good substrate mix here. If you guys can see it, I don't want this tipping over right now, but the substrate that I grabbed has some akadama, some topsoil. This is actually really good stuff here. I didn't realize there's akadama in this. That stuff is valuable, good to hold on to. So this is actually the perfect time to get a layer of that down. I'm gonna try and pack it, like I said, in the back here where I want there to be root growth, but I also want things to hold in place. That's what Akadama does very, very well without disturbing root systems. It's just a very friendly substrate. Alright, let's dump this in. You deserve the best, my friend. My intrusive friend that popped up in my yard and ended up becoming its own little science experiment. Welcome to my laboratory. Number 1. Call it number 1. You know, this thing is just so in such a state that I think I may have to like put some wire to hold it on. Like I was trying to use string earlier, but see, it's starting to pack. Let's give it some more of this big lava rock around the top, because I don't really want there to be too much upward growth with the roots anyway. So what I'll do here is it's going to begin mixing lava rock and the dirt that I put on top of it. And the dirt will kind of sink in between the lava rock and become a in-between substrate. Be like brackish water, I guess, if you were going to compare it to water terms. Well, it stands up by itself, it's just not stable. So, like I said, more of the, get all of this. Just clean out the whole container so I can get it out of my way. Alright. And I have some more mulch here. I'm going to put a bit of mulch on, because that's good to fall in between. Like I was saying, some topsoil dirt. This mulch is good for it. Once it gets wet, it'll start having the more fine particles fall in with everything else and make the hold of the lava rock into everything much more firm. We also went a bit high. I could have buried it a bit deeper, but my fear is that it wouldn't be developing a bonsai style of roots. So that's the reason that we're doing this all so high in this pot. And I also need this pot for another project. So this is more of the native soil, I think, that I might throw over the top here. Just checking if there's anything else mixed in with it. It just feels like the native soil. So I'm gonna give it some more of this. And then when I water it, it's also gonna fall into place a lot more and solidify. How's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody hanging out there just like lurking and watching and thinking about saying hi? Drop a message. This is a friendly chat, friendly channel. Usually a pretty quiet channel, that's alright. I had to find something to fill my time. I'm one of those early 90s millennials that kind of got sent to college and then laughed at for the degree, and then some success in corporate, and then lose it when COVID rolls around. And then now, you know, I've kind of just learned to try and depend on myself a lot more. Because things like corporate don't bring me much happiness, bring me lots of stress. But this brings me happiness. Okay, I think this thing is gonna start absolutely balling out when I put it in a nice sunny spot. Something you can do, and I would do in many other circumstances, would be to start poking away at the poking at all of the substrate to try and get it mixed in with the root ball, but the root ball is a little bit small right now because it just came off of the grafted tree, the air layered tree. I see your message there. Hello, welcome, good to have you here. Just give me one moment, uno momento. Can you see okay? Let me know if everything looks all right. I tried the white background tonight. Oh man. Ah, stream boo. Fuck. Actually, it should have showed up in the other chat window if it wasn't spam. So, tricks on me. I've been fooled. Had bamboozled. Okay. Now's our chance. Final chance with stones. I want to find out which way it's most wobbly. It looks like it's losing it back here, so I want to pack maybe some more in here. There's some more lava stone here. I want to put it around the whole thing, but I want to focus on 2 areas. So I'll put it on those 2 areas and then kind of spread it evenly. Evenly, except those 2 areas that I dropped it in. Because those I want to pack down a little tighter like this. You see how it's moving the tree a bit? Now when I pack this side in, that's going to make it even more, a little bit more solid. And just for good measure, I'm going to go all 4 corners. Just like that. Like that. And then these kind of kitty corners. Alright, now my hope is that this thing will be able to develop its own nice healthy root system that holds it in place in the next week or 2. With any luck, that's exactly what will happen. Now, my only concern is it falling down on me, so I'm actually thinking about taking a piece of wire and just using a piece of wire to maybe hold it in spot. Let me see if I can do that. I need a stake. Oh, hey. Another cool thing I'll share with you guys. Check it out. So, I took this air layer off, okay? Like way up top. So this is from the top area of the tree. The very tips got pruned off and thrown away. Then there's this part in the middle. And then there's this extremely badass, perfectly straight, just, well, not perfectly straight, I guess, but it's a pretty straight, solid stick, guys. It's a good walking stick. Maybe it'd be a good carving stick, like these ones back here that my grandfather made. All right. So let me see. I'm just gonna press in on the center, move outward, make sure all those radial roots have a good idea of where they're supposed to stay. Okay, so I'm gloves off now. I think that this should be okay, but I really wish I had a stake. Like, this isn't gonna work, is it? Whoops. You guys don't suppose this will work? Maybe it will. Hang on. What's the other side? You know what? I think I am gonna put this down. I want to get it like as deep as I can. It's hitting the lava rock level now, so I fear that's as close as I can go. And I got a twist tie right here. That's not gonna reach. Maybe this will give it just that little bit of extra support it needs to make me not feel nervous about it. And then, you guys, I'm very, very proud to announce that our first project will be coming to a close. A successful ending. Come on, you guys have got to work together from now on. Little plastic stake. It could help because it's in between all the lava rocks. Just for a little bit of the shaky shakes. And then I'm gonna turn it off to a little round. See? This is something I like to practice. I hope you guys can see it. At the end, I like to twist things off into a little loop or a circle so that I don't reach in and, you know, stab my finger later, essentially. I thought I had some new chopsticks in here, but I guess not. That's a shame. I'm gonna have to go find some chopsticks at some point. Maybe during a tree swap. Anyway, I think after a good watering, this thing will fall into place. So I'm gonna take it outside, give it a water, give it a press, and see how it likes it. It's a new home. It's a lot bigger than the last one, and now I have room to extract some flowers that are in the way in my garden outside, blocking a area that I'd like to grow some herbs. So I'm gonna take this outside, and then next we're gonna do some repotting of a few ditch trees. Essentially, I'm gonna put them into individual small pots, and it should be really cool. So make sure to stick around. Let me just do this here. My similar substrates can get mixed. And that one's dry over there, so that can go here. Turn into a messy sport, you guys. How straight is it for you guys' perspective? I wonder if there's a way that I could like hook it underneath. It'll be good. I gotta just get some water. It was thriving in its old pot and it was way less stable. And if it keeps moving this week, I will put a little bit more lava rock in and give it some attention. Make sure that it's balanced. I'm gonna have it tilted up against something for now just to be careful, just to be safe. I'll probably tilt it up against... I'll probably take it and tilt it up against a pillar that I have in my patio out there, because then I can water it easily. Stay tilted up against something so that it doesn't fall over, and still have a nice spot for some sunshine tomorrow. So I'm gonna roll an early ad break so that we can be rid of those. I'm gonna take this tree outside, water it down. We're gonna move on to a repotting of at least 3, actually not exactly 3, I think. Little junipers, I believe. These are gonna be fun to make. And I'm gonna get some more fine akadama and some specialty substrates for these. And they're gonna be so sick. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna run an ad break, and I'll be back after the ad break, and maybe a couple minutes longer because I'm switching trees. But I'll put be right back up. This is be right back. I like it kind of like that. I wish that there was a cool like GIF that I could have just like dancing or something while I'm gone. But let's see. Ads and tree swap. Guys, should I get rid of all of these unnecessary capitalizations? I have a bad habit of doing that. Okay. Alright, so yeah, be right back, guys. Thank you for being here for the first project. That was a fun one. Let's take the Stream Boo ban right now, and I will be right back after we swap trees. Thank you so much. I forgot about a sick ass side project that we're gonna do that I need to tell you guys about. So I got this Austrian pine and I cut the top off and ginned the top of my Austrian pine to make a bonsai out of it. I kept the top and I just had it in water to see if it'll start sprouting some roots, and it actually looks like it is. So I am going to do a special project with you guys. Right after we separate some of these pines. Maybe we'll mix it up. We'll mix it up and see how everybody likes it. We got 3 more minutes of ad break, so that's just good and perfect for camera adjustment. We're working more about here. There we go. And 3 minutes to get ourselves recentered. Everybody can maybe, if you're in here, if you're listening, if you're not stuck in ad land, maybe take, you know, a 3-minute little break here to meditate on your day. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I've got my mic all the way up. It's good to be back. Alright, we've got another minute or so of that. So just get ourselves caffeinated. Alright, and then I can start explaining what we're going to do here. I think I'll probably use some root hormone on these as well. You need some wire to put in place, so keep that nearby. These gloves are trash. I need a trash bucket. There we go. Oh, this can actually be a trash bucket for me. 3 more seconds of ads, guys, and then we're gonna get back to it. How's our lighting? Am I illuminated? Am I glowing? God, I hope so, you guys. How do I look? Healthy enough for an oak? Am I doing okay? I was lifting a lot recently, man. I had to move 2,000 pounds of lava rock and sift it. And as a matter of fact, one of the things that I brought in was some of the sifted sifted lava rock, fine stuff for our next mystery project coming up in just a little bit. So first off, I've got lots of trainer pots here. They just arrived. They arrived a little late. So a large trainer pot has 3 entangled trees. I've got 3 independent trees hanging out here. I'm gonna need 6 trainers so I can get them all independent of each other, and I'm gonna keep them growing until I can hopefully put together a Silent Hill scene. So how much longer in this ad break? Community's back. Community's back. Hey everybody, welcome back. Grove Super PNW, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, if you're just rolling in, anything like that, we are feeling refreshed and renewed, ready for the next project. Let's go. All right, so what we're gonna do is start separating a little bit of native dirt that might be useful there. Start off by separating this bad boy. So what I was trying to do was get 3 of them entangled, but these are just not gonna look good together. They look great independently, they look horrible together. I am admitting my L on this one. I made a mistake. I don't like how it looks. So I'm gonna dig it up and I'm going to repot it and give it another shot. This time with some better substrate as well. We do have better substrate now. I was in a little bit of a rush, I suppose, last time I threw these into some dirt because they were just in a wheelbarrow. I went to the nursery and the lady let me dig these up out of their ditch, and I went there again today and I found more. I also found 3 inside of one of my U's that I bought. So I got more of these on the way. Alright, I know that this is tied in, so I'm gonna have to snip the wire. Where are my wire snippers? They're gonna be inside my toolkit. Let's all go to our toolkit. I need like a Blues Clues type of let's open the toolkit song. If anybody can think of one. I need to get it to auto trigger or like boo, yeah. Alright. We got our tools out. I got some wire, I got wire cutters, I got all the stuff I need. Hope that these reach. Yeah, it should. Make sure they reach far enough. Yep. Snip. There it goes. Alright. So it should be somewhat free to pull this tree out. It's gonna be a little bit wet. Looks like it was watered pretty recently. This is all just normal substrate, same as this stuff. So let's empty her out. Some rocks that I had in the bottom for drainage. I'm gonna try and collect those at the top. Actually, I'm gonna try and collect those in this trainer pot. ASMR ready, guys? That's the sound of a mess being made. I want to see these rocks. They're good for drainage, and I don't have infinite rocks. I kind of do. I could go on Craigslist and go get infinite rocks from anybody. They're giving them away on Craigslist and stuff like crazy, but okay. Time to separate these trees. Here we go. I'm just gonna let everything fall away. Looks like it was packed in some nice substrate here. So I guess I'll just drop it right in. Yeah, this is all good. It's all good. This is all good. And these only got wired together very recently. So I'm hoping that I can pull them apart pretty easily. So we have 3 trunks. They're tied in the middle. Some scissors. And see if they just kind of fall apart. I forgot to put my headphones in. I don't have any music. Ah. Dang. Dirty hands too. Always keep a towel nearby. It's a good lesson. Alright, headphones. I want to make sure that I hear if you guys are chatting with me. Hopefully the chat notifications go. Chat notifications have been hit or miss. But usually the subscriptions and other types of alerts are going off. So hopefully they're all working for you guys. I really hope so. Okay, let's remove this. The string that was holding those together. There's the wire that was holding them together. Could be recycled. And yeah, they come right apart. Okay, so here we go. 1. They're actually more intertwined in the branches. Oh, I have another piece of wire holding them together up here. Of course. Because I was going to do kind of a bunch style, but I decided that this is just... These trees, how they're developed, will look so much better as individuals. And they could contribute to a very cool project that I'm working on. I'm still scheming it out a little bit. Alright, so I want these to stay kind of protected, so let's just get them separated. There's 1. Kind of leave it planted in its own goo here. And there's 2 and 3. Alright, yeah, looking good. This one's got a sick, bent trunk to it already. Let's get that one in first. Kind of triage everything. Triage. A triage, hey! T-R-E-E. Y'all get it? Alright, so I'm just gonna sit here and make sure that these stay right down. Too much work to try and rebury them, really. A little bit of stuff I can dump on them right here, but doesn't hold it down too much. Okay, so we're free here. We got a new mid-size trainer pot. Mid-size trainer pot. And let's switch these guys over to a more appropriate size. Number 1. I'm not gonna grab the drains. It's just so messy, and there's no reason to get those messy. Okay, what are we gonna start with? Something that I know is gonna drain, so how about that? Well, for this one I'm gonna put a handful of rocks. And then some rocks. Then some bark. That's what I'm saying, I'm not gonna have infinite rocks. Okay, there's like a full layer of that, and then some mulch maybe underneath it. Oh, there's string in my mulch. There's a string in my mulch. Okay, that should drain just fine. Kind of as if it was lava rock or something like that. Drain the same. Okay. Let's get our things in place. Get a little stretch of the. All right, where was number 1? Is that you? Yeah. So we need this one to stay just like that, huh? Okie dokie. I think that one of our wire, not this one of our wire fragments here should easily do that. Actually, that's about right. I think this is what I pulled out of the last one, so this should be exactly the right length. We're just gonna wire it in, then we're gonna hit it with some akadama. Right as it is right now, I'm gonna put some of its native soil in. This is gonna be going down and then up like this. Get that akadama. We just pack this around the outside bit. So the akadama will go in the middle to help hold the tree up. Actually, I'm using fine lava, I think, instead of akadama on this. So let me just grab that really fast. Oh. I know this is going to drain well so far, and this is going to be some magic right here. This is our fine lava rock mix. It's almost like what you see in the fish tank back there. Hand sifted. Let me use it sparingly. I worked very hard for it. Alright, so I'm going to drop it right underneath where the tree's going to go, and then spread it out from there. I know it's going to need some in the front. Out backwards and radially with the root system on this one. Okay. We'll try and work somewhat fast here. Give it a little bit of moisture. Just bring out my roots. Oops. I sometimes forget that slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Alright. Let's get some of this stuff back on there. Oh wait, we were gonna throw the wire in there, huh? Okay. Luckily, I'm gonna fit these wires right through here, and they go into these trainer pots very easily. Uh-oh, not when it's twisted though. There. Alright, so now we got wires to work with. I'm just pressing it so that it's nice and straight and it doesn't give too much. I'll lock everything in. Okay, so locked in. That's locked in. We're locked in. I'm locked in. Are y'all locked in? Alright, let's plant this thing. So this one's gonna have a grow like that. So let's get it set. Spreading these roots all around. And it almost needs to go like around the front of the tree. And then this way around the back of the tree. See here? There we go. Now I can see much better too. No, I don't like that wiring job. Let me try something different. Sometimes you'll set some wire and look at it and be like, wait. That's not quite right. That's not quite right. We gotta go down over this. And then up at about a 45 and then back down. And then I'm going to create a little loop here. And then this is going to just fit right through the loop. And tighten up. You guys see okay? I need to turn the camera down a little bit. There you go. Oh, nobody said anything. Alright, let's try this one more time. And I think I like the way that this works. It goes around, wraps up, holds the tree in the position that we want. If we get that bend, and then tighten this part up. Yep. Kind of unconventional style of wiring maybe, but it will get the job done. Okay, so there we go. I think we've wrapped off good there. So what I'm going to do is again turn it into a little bow tie at the end, because next time this wire is getting cut out, and then this sharp pointy little bit here, that's going bye-bye. No other sharp bits hanging out. Ah, it's crunching rocks. Hang on. There, okay. And the tree seems to be holding in place now. Good. Throw a few more of these rocks and things in there. Just kind of hold it in place. Like we said, good drainage from rocks, so that's fine. Cool. I like the cut of your jib. So this can be a little bit tighter this way. A little tighter that way. There we go. Okay, we'll put some more fines in here and then just mix mix that with some more of the soil. Vines all over the top of the root system. Oh, do we put the rooting hormone on? I don't think so. So let me just get that uncovered again. Right around the inside of the root system here. I'm going to dump some of the rooting hormone just to soak into the soil around it. Oh, dude, this stuff is just the worst, man. I need it in like a shaker. There we go. There. That's all up on that root system. All up on it. Take a little stick and poke it in there too. There we are. Nice. In fact, I'll just put this stick in there. Okay, give it a little spray so that it all sticks on there. It's not gonna wash through right now, just kind of stick onto the areas there. Okay. Let's get one of those lower rocks that keeps it upright there. I'm just taking some of the larger rocks I find and stacking them between the wall of the training pot and the tree to keep it upright like this, and it seems to be pretty secure now. So I'm just gonna press for a second. Actually, I have a tool for this. I'll pull it out. Why not? We'll do it the legit way. We're not in a hurry, right? So I got this little thing. A little two-sided pick, sort of. It's perfect for just pressing akadama and other fines into the root system. You just want to go in towards the tree. I'm going to avoid that one area that I've kind of built up the landscaping. But doing this is actually getting the tree more secure anyways, by creating a nice solid layer of lava that's all equal to hold itself in place. See, I'm hitting part of the either the roots or part of the wire right there. Okay, looking like this is pretty good. I could keep poking and it can keep getting better and better and better and better and better and better and better, but we don't need to keep doing that. I got some root hormone on my pliers. Okay, so let's dump a little bit of dirt back in. Start re-dirting this. This has got a really good, easy draining level there, so I don't even think we need to use any more of our fines. We can just find a little bit of the native soil, I think, here that it was jamming in. And I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle that over the top, and then call that one good. I have the opportunity to moss this if I feel like it. There's even like a little bit of gravel and stuff in that substrate that I'm grabbing right here. So even more solid. Probably should have planted it on the other side. What you gonna do? Bend it back this way, maybe. Maybe we'll bend it like this. There's no way. Oh, you guys want to do a bend? You want to check some wiring out? I haven't gotten the chance to. I've got two more. We've got to get into the pots. Okay, we'll wire them, but we've got to rapid fire the next two. Let's rapid fire the next two. I got to get them into pots, otherwise they are going to dry out. They're right here, just chilling. All right, let's work fast. Ready? go. Let's see if this falls through. It does not. Good drainage layer. Drainage layer. Ah, I'm gonna run out of it. That's alright. Good drainage layer. It's kind of opposite of what I'm doing for the other two, but now I'll put the bigger rocks. Those will encourage nice radial root pattern. Hope everybody's having a good night watching me just sweat my way through all of these little projects as fast as I can. Go. Yep. Okay, let's get some wiring. How much do I need? I bet if I take... That's not gonna reach. Will half of this reach? No. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna bust out a couple of fresh pieces of wire then, instead of cutting those. Hope everybody's having a good night out there. Feeling groovy. Boom. I think that the stage is really like improved over time here. I would like to get a black backdrop, but that one happens to be white. That's all I got. I have black behind, but I've got a couple of like items there, so I can't tell if you can see better with or without it. I mean, I think that white is good because we're kind of doing the darker theme. You might not be able to see much at all if it switches to black. But if you guys want to try it out, just drop a message in chat and we can test it. You know, I'm just here to have fun and maybe provide some education or exposure to an art that I really love. But that being said, when you follow, subscribe, like the videos, all of that good stuff, it certainly helps. I'm not getting rich off of YouTube by any means, but you know, the tips and things do help over time to help me buy new trainer pots. These aren't cheap. Trees, they're not cheap unless I do good scavenging and come up with them for free, which happens quite a bit. Man, this one's got a fat taproot. I'm gonna have to like direct it because I'm afraid it's gonna die if I cut that root off. Maybe this one needs to just full cascade off. I guess that means that it would be kind of set in like this for the cascade. But I really want a lot of uprights for the project that I want to get done. I'm trying to keep it upright. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stretch the roots from end to end. And we'll see how they do after I wire them up. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing okay. See, just wrapping a little bit of wire. I can get up closer probably if you guys were like more interested in the tree and less in whatever else is going on screen. Just say zoom in on the tree. Dingus, I don't want to look at you. Okay. That's wrap. That's a wrap. Right above it. And I can keep these wires on a conifer like this for really up to like a year. Why is that side pulling so hard now? There, okay. Trying to get this wire to cross at the same area. There, that seems pretty good. About where I would want. tightening up my grip a little bit on this thing. Okay. And then I'm gonna go off to this right side and twist together. And what I'm gonna do actually this time is twist together, and then I'm gonna go down through one of these plug holes actually in this direction. Hopefully I can find it easily. Hang on. This is a challenge. Challenging. I gotta make sure this is straight. It's not, see? There's like a little twist to it. It needs to be really straight. Ugh. Okay. And then down we go. Trying to do it for the camera here. Okay, so all the way in the corner, all the way down. All the way in the corner. All the way down. Oh, come on, please. I think that it's bent again. Maybe. Yeah, definitely. Alright, let me just pull back the dirt. There we go. Hey, there it is. There it is. Okay. Okay, some tasks are a little bit easier with 2 hands. 3 hands rather. Alright. There we go. Now she's wired in. And that's decent positioning. Deep roots. I like it. I'm going to twist the bottom into a little bow tie so I don't poke myself with it. There we are. And then this thing is not going anywhere at all. So let's fill her up. We can go some native dirt. I don't want to spend my akadama on this. So I'm going to bring in my crate of mid-size lava rock because I don't mind parting with some of that. Hang on. Okay, this should be plenty for the evening. A whole cute little tote full of it. I left the yellow top because I'm letting this dry out as best I can. I just sifted it and it's not completely dry, so I've been leaving a little lid off of it. Alright, let's hit this guy with a little bit of growth hormone. Oh, too much. Okay. Good. Just putting it back into the bottle. I got just about as much down as I needed. Perfect. So good. Okay, now we can hit it with some of this akadama here. It's gonna grow nicely in this. Should really like it, especially with a bit of topsoil on top. Stone. Dang, my gloves are all the way over there, huh? Shoot. Someday, you guys, I'll have a studio, a big, beautiful studio, where I'll be able to have everything mise en place and on hand and ready to grab when I need it. Someday. Hopefully someday soon. Thanks to your gracious donos. And thanks to Brian TV, who hit us with 5 gift subs recently. I didn't forget. Everybody's in a break right now. Hate that. Well, we gotta keep trucking. Okay, more native soil. And this is all native soil here. To mix in with stone. There we go. And then this is a nice opportunity to get my poker. And you guys hear that on the this is the ASMR part. I just won't talk when I'm doing this. Again, radial. I'm going out from the trunk when I'm pressing all of these in and setting everything in place. And this one we can cascade down as well, or we can turn it back upright. So that's kind of that kind of look. We can give it a windswept look like this. I think we should go back like that. That would look pretty sweet. Anyway, pretty much call that potted. I'm gonna put a bit of mulch over the top. It seems appropriate to finish it, and it'll look nice. And it has liked being in the mulch anyways. That's where I had to throw a bunch of these right when I got them. I had no room, so they went into the mulch buckets. Okay, there's 2 down. 1 to go. Okay, let's be smart and put the wire in first this time. What does our tree look like? It grows like this. So that means that our wires are gonna have to come up from the sides this time. A little bit different. Got a different plan of attack on this one. The 2 closest on the sides. Okay, push the wire down. Just like so. Then pull it off to the sides. Alright, let's put this bad boy on some akadama. I keep calling it akadama, but it's lava fines. Some lava fines in there. A little bit of that good old mulch in there that it really likes, and then it's gonna get placed, and we're gonna hit it with that rooting hormone. Actually, that's good. There's a nice little rock right here to help outward growth. Put a little stick there too. Okay. Get this thing nice and juicy because we're about to hit it with the rooting hormone. Let's just set it right there. You guys got a good view? Or am I blocking? Hopefully this is the best. Okay, see, look at how this stuff comes out, guys. It like doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense physically. I need like a little spoon, but I feel really suspicious buying a little spoon for something like this. I don't want to get flagged on Amazon for some shit. Small powder spoon. Now it's already listening to me, so now it's gonna start suggesting all this weird shit. Okay. Final tree. A really nice upright, but a very tough taproot. So We want to try and raise this up as much as we can here. I'm going to bring up my wire. It's coming in at about a 45-degree angle and around. Same thing for this side. I can see where my lateral roots are. So we're just going to go up and under this one actually. Do the same kind of tightening at the 45-degree angle, okay. And frankly, I just kind of want to try this out. This is like a different method. It doesn't look as nice, but well, you know what? I can send it through these little almost here maybe. Hang on a sec. Damn, I'm gonna do hunt the hole again. You know what? For wanting a trainer, I don't even want to fuck with it because I'm pulling it away from its roots and its root hormone. I think I'm just gonna do it this way. We're just gonna do the hook method. The hook it on the basin method. I'll send it opposite ways for optimal strength, hopefully. Okay, and then if we just pack everything in a bit. It's kind of nice because I can tuck the wire up under the edge of the training pots. You can't do that with something made of terracotta or clay. Alright, so this side nice and tight. Yeah. Then push it up and under. And I can almost camouflage it like that, and you can barely even see it. These are only in trainers anyway, to get them out of my big pots, so this is a perfect solution. I like this over the side hook. See guys, this is the thing. We're learning. I experiment. I try new things. I just had 3 trees and I planted them 3 different ways. We're gonna see how they all do. I bet they all do just fine. I'll put in the rest of my vines from here. There we go. And then just spread them on both sides. Get just a tad more. First set of lava finds that I'm using are the ones that they're the ones from the last wheelbarrow bucket. It's like when I was tired and ready to be done, and it's still sifted very nicely, but there's a few slightly larger pieces and that doesn't bug me at all for this purpose. And frankly, like, it's all so good that all of it fits my standard. I was just thinking that people might want to buy some from me because it's not cheap. Super fine lava rock is not super cheap. So I sifted it all myself. I got large, landscape large, I should say. I did landscape large, and then large, and then medium, small-ish, and then small, and then fine. And then I've collected all my powder as well so that I can start doing some muck walls. Super excited to start those. And this made a perfect upright. Look at that. Woo! Told you guys that'd be like speed run. Just like the last one, I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of the bark because it looks nice. I can also put I call it bark or mulch. I can put a little bit of moss on top of this stuff and it really likes it too. So it looks good, and if I wanted to, I could put some moss on. And at this point, I've just got so much moss growing on my property, it's like, I might as well. I just have a screwdriver outside, and like when I find a nice patch, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna throw this into one of the pots. I just gotta dig it up, leave enough that it can grow back. And it's crazy because like I'm renting my house, and I put so much thought into how nice the yard is, but I'm gonna be moving out in like a year probably. Hopefully to get my own place where I can have a warehouse to do this stuff with you guys. And I'm working extremely hard, you know, on the bonsai stuff. I mean, I'm doing many meetings and volunteer work and one-on-ones with my master, since I'm kind of doing a soft apprenticeship. I've been really pouring my heart into it since I haven't been cooking for people after my restaurant shut down, a pop-up restaurant, frozen food gig. So life's been crazy, you know, and I've needed to find something that helps center me a little bit and keeps me patient, because you need to have patience for this. I don't know if I put any rooting hormone on this one. I was yapping away, so maybe I missed the rooting hormone, but either way, this one's planted nicely. It's gonna do just fine. All right, 3 in a row, baby. Boom, boom, boom. And we got an open, large training pot now. That's perfect because I have other trees that have to go into these larger ones. I have to clear out the smalls. So I think that what I'm gonna do here, I know it's odd timing because there was just a commercial break recently, but I think I'm gonna run a commercial break, get these outside, get my area mise en place cleaned up, and then we can start again. But I like to try and run these ads exactly when I'm doing resets, just because it gets everybody an hour without pre-rolls. You know, I hate those things, and I don't want to lose you guys to those stupid ads. So maybe I'll try and give like a close-up. And there's tree number 1. Actually, that's tree number 3. That was the last one we just finished. So tree 3. Tree 2 has definitely got a slope to look to it. And then this one has a very cool bend. So these two could actually go together in a piece. If I was to do a piece with 2, maybe on a slab, that would look pretty sweet. But anyway, these gotta get outside. And I gotta get my station cleaned up a bit. So everyone, please forgive me while I take another quick tree swap. We're just gonna keep banging these things out, you guys. We're not done. We are not done. I'm hoping that I can just keep going well into the evening with different projects. I've got a couple of trees that you guys can't even see over there. Very special trees for our special viewers that hang out and chill with us for a little while. Chat, get to know each other. Get to know me specifically, I guess. Y'all are watching me. Alright. I'll get these bad boys outside where they belong. I'll be back in just a minute, everybody. Here, tree swap. Alright, ads are starting now. Tree swap time. See you in a minute. here's an example of one that I would probably want to put into one of those trainers that I just opened up. This is like a tree that I got from the river. I think it's some type of elm. I'm not entirely sure, but I can get that into one of these plastic trainer pots. There's no reason to use up one of my nice pots on one of those while it's still kind of a work in progress, you know. All right, let me get a towel under this one because it's been watered recently a little bit. More special project for after we separate these next three. We gotta earn it, guys. We've got to earn it. And you know what? Might be starting to get a little bit late, but that's okay. We're doing late night bonsai. Late night lo-fi bonsai. Let's say woo woo. Alright. So I got one clean trainer. Not clean. Oh shit, even less clean now. I just dropped a bunch of dirt all over my stuff. That's why I put the rag down before I started. I got a little apron thing that I set down. Okay, time to open this one up because there's a tree that can go into this one as well. Do not have to have these guys in this pot, but needed to put them somewhere until my trainers showed up. So here they are. Let's see if I can bust out 3 in a row really quick again so we can move on to the next projects. How are these wired? Okay. 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 So that one's easy enough. That comes out. Yeah, I went over the pot method with this one. I was in a hurry to get a couple of these potted. And this actually had really nice moss on it. And I didn't want to disrupt the moss, but I kind of had to. Let me get a scraper and get all this junk out of my way. One other thing I'm looking out for is those razor blades. Okay, good. Just making sure I didn't have any loose razor blades around. I always check. Scrapey ASMR. Ah. There we go. We're gonna have that from time to time, folks. No dang gloves go again. Thought I brought them closer to me. But I think they're right in this bucket. There we go. I got a few tools in here. Pieces of wire and stuff that I could use. I need to get all my wire together. It's all over the place. All my remnants I could be using. Okay, there we go. Like I said, I'm a little bit of a scrapper. I try to do this stuff on a low budget. Hey, what do we got here? No, I don't want more streamers. Not from you. Go away. Man, I wish some more real folks would pop in and hang out. Alright. We're going to do these again in rapid succession. All in the same. Fill them up with some fine lava at the bottom. Yeah, the further I dig, it's starting to have a little bit of moisture in this lava rock. Alright. Spread the lava. Give it a little bit of its natural substrate. Okay. And then we'll decide if we need any rocks or anything like that, or if we're just gonna send the wire through. Feels like Nice gravel in here that's gonna help be a good substrate. That's all good. Add a little more in both of these. Yeah, I actually think that this is akadama in this. I don't want that to go to waste at all. Nice akadama and mulch mix. I think they will all really enjoy. All right, let's see how easy we are to take these out. Looks like this one I've wired in this way. Already taken off the wires that were holding it in. So let me just untwist that. And then this is actually going to become the wire that holds it in place. On the next piece, straighten it out a little bit. And let's see what we're working with. You just pick again. Just get nice and low and pull everything up. Don't want to lose any roots here. Did pack everything in, so I'll be nice and careful. All right, looks like we got most of our root mass there. Good. This is a nice standard upright. I like this one. Boom, easy. Okay. So I'm actually gonna try and use a shorter piece of wire and just go right through that center. I wonder if this one will work. Let me see. Yeah, this should be plenty. Plenty. And it's twisted at the bottom, so no worries. We'll just keep that pressed nice and even. There we go. Okay. Like to pull the wires over. And let's give it a spray. Give it some rooting hormone. Place it in the tray first, and then give it some rooting hormone. It's already coming off. Comes off in big chunk that time. Nice. Okay. That should be plenty. Don't want to put too much and waste it. Although it's not incredibly expensive either. A little bit goes a long way. All right, let's get this bad boy settled. I think I can go straight down like that. We can go over and around. Like that. Then I'll have one go the opposite direction. Just right underneath it. There. Okay. And then I'm just gonna have them twist about and meet back in the center. There. And maybe one or two twists should do it. That should stay. I'm gonna tighten this up just a bit, hang on. Oh shit. Could have better lighting. Okay. What did we do here? How did this happen? Hang on a sec. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. Let me try my wiring one more time. Okay. That goes around. And that goes around. There. And I think that that's what I was looking for. It'd be really cool if this reached this hole. I could just send it right into the hole at the bottom. Let me see if I can make that happen. Sorry, I gotta look real close. Aha! Oh, I'm so close to it. So close. Come on, give it to me. This will be the perfect way to anchor it. God, I'm having to dig all the way down. Yep. Almost got it. God, the lighting is so bad for me to do this. Okay. Got it. We did it. Okay. Now turn that tree upright. And then in. And I don't think it's going anywhere. Just like that. Okay, we're wired in. Give her a bit of akadama, or lava rock, sorry. And then some more of that natural soil on top. Some of these bark vines. Maybe this one I'm just gonna go leave it just like that. I don't think it needs any more substrate. There's one down. All right. I'll put it back here so it's out of the way. Time for the next. Let's run some wire. How about, you know, that's just too short. Those ones won't work. That one won't work. That one's too big. That one's too big. These ones might work. This one will definitely work. Okay. This one's got a major lean to it. Big Lean. This one's name is Big Lean. Okay, so the natural substrate underneath. That'll help it take really well. All right, big guy, come on out. Yeah, I didn't even have this one wired in at all. Okay. How are we gonna do this? Like that? It's gotta be like that. Actually thinking about positioning instead of just throwing it in as fast as I can this time. I've been pretty bad about just like not taking into consideration some of the finer details. That one's fine over there. It's not perfectly centered, but you get the idea. This one I'm going to try and get a much more proper shape and positioning for these little trainer pots. Oop. So we're going to go all the way back. Usually like a rule of thirds in a way. So we're going to go to the back third here, as you can see where my wire is. I gotta turn these down probably again. There. Maybe 1 and 1, like that. Okay, we gotta get this bad boy secure, so let's dump a little bit of nice fine lava underneath it. Make sure it stays in place. And then at the very bottom here is just the taproot that got cut off, so I don't really mind sending that one down kind of deep like that. And then I'm gonna hit it with the hormone. There's already some on the outside. Look at that. Just opening the damn package will get you some. Oh wow. Came out very tame that time. Wouldn't you know? Okay. Don't want to breathe that stuff in. Ugh. Okay, just gonna tap it. Okay, now I'm sending that tap root straight down to the bottom. Give that a nice shape. Pull out the roots so they're nice and radial. Looking good so far. And I'm gonna have to go above the roots on this. And I don't want to break them, so let me fill in a little bit here. So I'm gonna have to go higher than this so I don't damage some of these fine roots that are keeping this thing alive right now. Just some of the natural soil it came in. The OG dirt. Just pack it in there nicely around. Very good. And it's pretty secure on that tap root that got cut. It really like plugs it onto the bottom of the tray. See how it doesn't even really need wire much, but I will wire it just to make sure. So let's go in, around once, like so. Come in and around once. Ooh, this part's barely long enough. Hang on. Okay, I think I got enough here to make the bow around this sharp edge, which is actually a perfect amount of wire if you think about it. There we go. And then just bow tie that off so that our sharp edges are kind of touching each other. They're away from the tree, they're away from poking me. We can even slide it down a bit. There. And we're gonna have substrate pretty much all the way up until we hit that. So let's go a little more fine. A little more fine lava. Hand sifted, by the way, fine lava. Oh yeah, this thing is in there good. I even want to like twist it a bit. There. You can use the wires to get it to tilt back and forth just a bit, and then just pack in all that akadama. Not akadama. Lava rock. Here's your ASMR segment. If anybody's tuning in, hanging out, lurking at all, hello to you out there. Hope you're having a good night tonight. I'm Grove Super PNW. I like to mess around with bonsai trees. I play some horror games, and I like to integrate the two together. And I've got a couple of plans coming up that are going to be really cool, where I'm going to be doing some Silent Hill scenes, using a couple of my, like, seriously, a couple of my best trees. You guys are going to love them. And I was working on one of them today at our Bonsai Society meeting and getting it prepped for the next steps. We're going to have to go through this entire growth season because it's going to get air layered. I'll give you that hint before I cut the top off essentially and make a new tree out of it. And then after that, it's going to be in the perfect kind of witch tree shape, which is the same thing we're going to go for here. Once we get it wired up. I just want these wires to go down into some of the lava just like that. Perfect. Now it really holds. That ain't going nowhere. Finish it with some of the nice bark fines. Because it looks nice and I can throw some moss on it if I feel like it. Not tonight, but another night. And we are looking good. So many ditch trees. So many awesome ditch trees that I got to pick up. These were all free, you guys. All you have to do is ask. If you're nice and you roll your charisma and you ask, you will receive. May I please dig up the trees out of your ditch so I can make some bonsai out of them. Look at how cool this one's gonna look, you guys. After this comes down, hey, look at that. Say something in chat if you like it. Needs some work still. A lot of dead stuff's got to come off of it, but I mean, it's repotted in an appropriately sized pot. Hey-o. One more to go. Then we get on to some fun projects. I mean, these are fun too, but it looks like this one I also secured by just roping it over the edge. Oh, and I just have a single twist holding it in. So let me take that out. Okay, this should be easy to dig up. And this could be long enough to be our wire for this next piece. Let's find out. Are there any other bonsai channels going on out there? Am I the only late night lo-fi bonsai? Maybe I need to like switch some stuff up. Maybe I'm just changing some stuff up, okay, guys? I'm just changing up the stream a little bit. Lo-fi bonsai, a lot of projects, air layer, potting, semi-advanced, cloning, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Yeah, that's right. But we're gonna switch over to just chatting. How about that? Let's see if we have any luck getting some more audience over to just chatting for a little bit. Tired of these damn stream boos coming on my stream. So while that's getting fired up for just a second, I'm gonna give the BRB. We're gonna run the ad, and then we're also going to be back with our trees ready to go, watered and awesome. Okay, see you in a minute, guys. Actually, no, sorry. We're gonna do this third one. Let's knock this out really quick. This one might be done before the 3-minute ad break is done. Let's see how fast I can do it. Because I want to get the tree swap done so we can move on to the next project. I'm really excited for it. Okay, so let's see what direction this bad boy is going. Shit, I feel bad that I started an ad break, but whoopsies. Sorry, guys. Don't want to break anything off of this little sensitive root ball. I want to pull up anything that could have been part of it. Looks like that was it. And it's growing just like that. So I'm going to drop it right in the middle, I think. And we'll just have another standard upright, dead ass in the center. Let's do it. Akadama to hold it in place. Rooting hormone coming up. Rapid fire, everybody. Are you ready? So yeah, we've switched over to just chatting because I would really love to get some people in to just chat with us. You're in ad land right now if you're trying to roll in. So we're just trying to get one last tree done so I can do the tree swap and then we can move on to the next stuff. I really want to work on the next 3 projects that I have lined up for you guys. 3 really, really cool projects. Okay. Let's get this thing nice and centered. Shit, I need to turn it. Needs to be going this way. Okay. Then pull out that radial root system. Give it a little more of this natural soil around it. Feels like it needs it on this side. Okay. There we go. Our deepest part of the root system is secure, good. This is going to be a 1 twist here. Very short bit of wire to go around, and then 1 bit to go around the other way. Make sure that it's tight, because if it's not pulled tight, it's not going to do its job. Okay, and then boom, easy single loop. I'm going to turn it down because I don't have a chance to do a real nice ribbon on this one, but that tree shouldn't be going anywhere really. I'm going to push the 2 guide wires in. It's also going to push down my soil and everything a bit, so I might go a little bit lower on this, not all the way up to the top. We'll see. The lava rock is really not bad to have around it. It's not going to damage or wear on the tree quite as bad as if it was like wet topsoil or even the mulch. So I'm probably going to stay light on the mulch here. Give it a bit of its natural stuff just to fall in. Yeah, but it looks like actually we just got back from ads, huh? Hey, yo! Damn, that timing's unfortunate. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still kind of getting the hang of this stuff, the whole Twitch streaming thing, and turning my spare room into a bonsai studio of sorts. It's all new to me, so thank you for coming along for the ride. I really appreciate all you guys here. Tassadul is always coming in to hang out. Brian TV was nice enough to donate some subs to the channel the other day. Well, a little while back, about a month ago. And that started like a hype train. That was my first hype train, I think, ever. So that was so sick. Thank you so much for that. Like that was a moment for me, you know. I've been on Twitch for about a year now, playing a lot of games and stuff. But now I'm really getting into this bonsai side. I'm getting better at it. I'm learning more, and I hope that I can pass some knowledge on to everybody else. And if not, we can just have some fun planting trees along the way, you know? I got a little Bob Ross hanging around somewhere. I think he's actually over there. And somebody came into the channel the other day and was like, oh wow, you're kind of like a bonsai Bob Ross. And I was like, man, I appreciate that compliment so much, but I do not deserve it. I am nowhere near Bob Ross, but there's some nice bark here that got pulled up, and I'm just gonna use that to finish it rather than the dry, because I'm about out of the dry mulch on top, and it's all gonna look the same once I water them down anyway. So now they are 1, 2, 3 done in trainer pots, and I keep opening up new pots for the larger trees, and you guys are gonna love the larger trees when I start to get to them. We're just having some fun with some small stuff tonight. I don't know if I put the did I put rooting hormone on this one? I think I might skip this one too. Whoops. Oh well, it'll be fine. Just for good measure, I'll put some at the top of the soil to just wash in. So just boom. Boom, 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 boom. It's about to get watered really hard anyway, so this will all wash down into the root system. There we go. All right, sick. That should be sufficient. Okay, guys. I'm gonna like be grabbing a drink and stuff too during this quick break, so I gotta wash my hands, get all this rooting powder off of it, water our 3 trees, and then we can move on to our next projects. Woohoo! Ouch. Oh, that's right. I put my razor over by my sphagnum moss. That's why I was afraid of it. Forgot where I put it. But now I remember. It's in a safe place. All right, guys. So now the be right back actually means something. I will be right back. I'm going to grab another drink besides coffee. It's getting late. Tree swap and on to the next project, okay? We got some cool stuff coming up. And that's 6 trees that we repotted today so far. How long have we been online? 2.5 hours? Not bad. Not bad for 2.5 hours. I just want a little extra on this one. I don't want to go too far below the rim. So I'm just dumping more of this kind of natural substrate in there for it. There we go. Fills it up a little more to the top. Most of this is just big bark anyways, so it matches what was going on earlier. I just ran out of the larger and medium bark pieces, and now it's down to very, very fine stuff that's almost like dirt. I want to make sure I don't lose this. It's garbage. All right, guys. Let's get these puppies outside and water them, and I'll be back in a moment. Hey guys, so during my break, my girlfriend unfortunately has found out that her grandma has unfortunately passed away. So it's kind of a sad moment in the house, and she's upset. Well, I should put it this way. She was very old. She was like in her 90s, and she was a cool lady, and she kept it together for a very, very long time. So R.I.P. to her. She's a very, very cool lady, and everybody's upset and sad, but she has been in hospice for the past little bit, so it wasn't exactly unexpected. So, I talked to my girlfriend about it, and I went in earlier and she was already asleep. So during this break, I was actually just gonna go tuck her in, but she was on the phone. And yeah, she's upset, but she's not crying or anything like that. So I don't feel bad for continuing the stream. She said that it was fine, and she's going back to sleep, and then maybe she'll take work off tomorrow. It's kind of up to her. I kind of appreciate letting people handle situations like grief in the way that they want to and need to. So, of course I offered to stop the stream and come in and hang out with her. I wouldn't be going and telling you guys this just because for fun. If she was out there and, busted up, but I asked her if she wanted me to, if I wanted to come in and hang out with her, if she wanted me to come in and hang out with her, and she said that she was going back to sleep and she's okay. So yeah, so a bit of a sad moment for my girlfriend's grandma passing away, but we've got a couple more projects we're gonna do, and we're gonna keep the vibe cool, because that's what she would want. She was very, very nice, very cool lady. So we'll continue, kind of in her honor, I suppose. I got these trees from my grandpa, and he's still around, and he's my last remaining grandparent. I only have one grandparent left, and it's my grandpa, and he's the one who got me a bunch of my trees. So I'm really glad that he's still around, and everybody has to remember to talk to your family as much as you can and tell them that you love them no matter what, because you don't know when the last time you're going to see somebody is. Alright, so let's do a quick special project, because this is one that I've been really excited about here, guys. Time to bring out the turtle. Check this out. Here's the turtle. What's the turtle here, you might ask? What is this? Well, I was at a bonsai meeting a few months ago, and I won an Austrian pine. And to style our Austrian pine, I cut the top off and created a gin at the top of the remaining pine. So it looks great. It's out in my yard, and it's just doing awesome. But I decided to keep this piece here just to hang on to as kind of a nice little like a Chinese flower arrangement almost, so I could put in my different flowers as they bloom this season with it until it kind of died off. But here's the thing, it's not dying off. As a matter of fact, it looks like it's growing nodes to start rooting out. Now, I had no idea that dropping the top of an Austrian pine into water would have any chance whatsoever. I was like, this is a 1 in a million shot that because I did think about it. It's a 1 in a million shot that this actually germinates some leaves, or propagates some, I'm sorry, let me try that again. Propagates some roots, so that I can create this into its own little tree, which would be so cool. So the secure wires to keep it in there is out now. And now I've just got a couple of kind of loose wires to help hold the the branches in place and give them some direction and swoop. Feel the swoop? Do y'all feel the swoop? I'm asking y'all. Can you feel it? Can you dig it? So look at how cool this is off by itself here. I'm gonna try and plant it. I'm gonna try and turn this into its own tree. Because it sure to me looks like it's trying to root out. So its best chance is gonna be in some substrate. I can't just leave it in water. So what substrate am I gonna use? Ah, it's so tipsy in this thing. Ah. Stay. Okay, Mr. Turtle can get out of the way for right now. Or at least take a back seat. Mr. Turtle can take a back seat. We'll just rest this on his head. Alright, so what my plan here is that I could just plop this into a pot and hope for the best, but I really am so curious about this because there's no chance that this should have propagated like this. It's like a 1 in a million chance that this thing would actually work. So I'm going to poke some holes in the bottom of this. And we're going to grow it inside of here so I can actually see the root ball show up and develop when the time comes. So I'm just going to poke a bunch of holes in the bottom of this so it has drainage, of course. Okay, there. I want to get it at the low point. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. There we go. Got 1, 2 drainage holes. Let's do a third one right here just for good measure. This is the thick plastic in the middle, it looks like. So that's where I'll put these holes in. I have no clue how I'm going to get this thing to hold in place. I'm hoping that I can cut the lid and cut a circle in the lid and have the lid hold it. Let's see how that would fit. Just about perfectly. Oh, just about perfectly. Oh, this is gonna be so dope, you guys. What a cool ass project. I feel like a kid doing science. Alright, so what are we gonna put into here for a good growth medium? I'm thinking some sphagnum right around the root ball. Some natural dirt around the root ball. And then we're going to switch to the fine lava and mulch. We'll have to see what I have sitting around. But we're only going about this tall, and I want to be able to see those roots when they come in. So I'm going to actually, just for good measure, make sure there's like 1 or 2 more drain holes, because this does not need to rot on me. Yeah, it's really easy to put the holes in here. And I might need to even like run some wire in, so it's not a terrible idea to get a couple of holes. Okay, there we go. That should do. Alright, so let's start with, I had some bigger rock akadama, or bigger rock, did I bring some in here, or not? Man, I suppose not. Alright, that's fine. It'll look cooler like this anyway. So we're about halfway there. Okay. And then right in here's where I'm going to want to drop the root ball. Nope, lower than that even. Lower than that. So let's push this stuff aside. Actually, you know what? This is too much. I'm going to do this. I'll put some back here. I'm going to rethink this a bit. Do it that way. Grab a glove. I'm going to toss in a little bit of that natural dirt. Here's some of the fine bark. That's good. Bark finds through there. Good. This to break up that. There we go. Now it's starting to feel like a nice dirt instead of just rocks. But hopefully when this starts growing out its roots, we'll be able to see them. It's going to be so dope. Okay, so I think right there is where it's going to fit with the lid. So with the lid, I need to cut into the center. Then we need to remove a circle from the center. Let's see how I do here. Oop, I might be going out too far. Sorry, we're back on course. Not perfectly centered, but neither is the tree, so here, hang on, let me try and just rework the angle here. Here we go. Yeah. See, this is about, you know, being creative with what you got sitting around. Bingo. And that'll hold the tree right in the middle. Haha. Ingenuity. Alright. What do I want right around this thing? I'm thinking some of this natural dirt that I can scrape out of here. This is like a little ball of just nice natural dirt that's got something to give nutrients to this tree. Because now if it's going to start properly sprouting some roots, it's going to need some nutrients. So there's some nutrient-rich soil right here with a little bit of rock in it, a little bit of bark in it. That's too big of a piece of bark for this project. So are these. But this is some good stuff I can put in there. So is this. A bunch of little pieces of lava rock in there. So that'll be good around the one part there. Okay. And we got to make sure that this thing is also definitely getting water. Oh. Make sure that it's getting plenty of water with the lid on there. I'm going to have to make sure that the lid's off. Or that it's, you know, dripping in around the hole that I've cut for the tree in the lid. Make sure that it gets in there. So, let's test it out. That's gonna do just fine, ladies and gentlemen. It needs to go a little bit higher, more like that. That's not a problem. Okay, so let's dump a little bit of the nice natural stuff in there. Mulch. Oh, shit, I don't want to hurt those roots that are starting. And I'm going to put it around the outside right now as well. Okay, and it goes. I almost forgot. Rooting hormone. We need you guys to like yell at me for it. Oh, hey, what's up? I see somebody in chat. Sorry, I don't have little notification sounds on my headset. Oh, hey, Hexy, how you doing? This thing over here, this is the end of a tree that I recently cut for a bonsai. So this tree was about, I don't know, 5 feet tall, and I cut this off and made a bonsai out of the bottom, and I've had it sitting in this little propagation water, and it looks like it's starting to try and form roots. So I'm gonna try and plant it and see if it lives That'd be sick. And you're just getting here. Right, the action. Huh. How you doing tonight? Good to see ya. You been streaming, hanging out, doing your usual thing? I need to move my chat a little closer. The stick thing. These? Oh, or this. It's just a light. This is just a light. Oh yeah. Now that I look at it on OBS, it looks like... Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down now. That's funny. You get your mind out of the gutter. Oh. There's a lot of innuendos you could pick up on this channel if you were trying. Alright, I have stuffed this thing with rooting hormone. And it's ready to go. Boom. Alright. Let's bury it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to push all of the kind of mulchy dirt inward. Oh, I was going to put some sphagnum too. Yeah, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to put sphagnum moss around the outside along with the fine lava rocks that I was using. Oh, this is going to be so perfect. I really hope that this thing keeps moving. Now that it's going to be potted like this, I can actually put it outside. Because it's no longer like a decoration in my kitchen. Because it was a kitchen decoration, essentially. I was just putting nice flowers in it whenever they popped up around the yard. But now, it looks like it could potentially be growing, so let's try and help it out. You're doing good? That's amazing. I've been doing good. Yeah. I've had a lot of real life stuff going on. I've been super busy with IRL. I've been doing a lot of like Bonsai Society meetings, like trying to get better at this. And I have been, actually. I've been learning so much. I just went to one earlier today, and I got some advice on what I'm going to do with my horse chestnut tree, which is one of my really coolest trees. I might do that one on stream tomorrow. I'm going to be putting an air layer on it so that I can do the same type of thing. What I do is I take this moss and the rooting hormone and everything, and I scrape back all of the bark about halfway up the tree. And when I put on the rooting hormone and the moss and I wrap it in plastic, over a couple of months, it'll start to trick the tree into growing roots there. So I can cut the tree in half and have two trees. And also bring trees that are getting too big back down to size like they're supposed to be. Because the whole point of bonsai is that we want to keep these trees small. I have some that are getting really big and I think they're very majestic looking and all, but it's not really how they're supposed to traditionally look. But I'm also not like some hardliner traditionalist either. I want to do some really cool Silent Hill scenes. There's one I had actually planned. I was talking about it earlier because I was transplanting a whole bunch of little juniper ditch trees. So they look like full-grown like forest trees, but they're only like that big. Sorry, I keep forgetting the cameras here. They're like that big, but they look like little fully formed forest trees. They were growing in a ditch. And the lady let me dig them up. So I've got like 17 of them. Some of them are really small. Oops. But it's enough to make a forest scene. And so what I want to do is I want to recreate the first scene out of Silent Hill 2 where James first shows up in Silent Hill and he's at the Toluca Lake overlook that kind of looks out over the he's at the restroom and parking lot that looks over Toluca Lake. And what I want to do is I was actually looking at Nub Zombie's cam hack video the other day, because what I want to do is I want to turn the perspective around as if I'm looking towards the scene instead of looking out at the lake. I'm at the lake looking in, so make it like kind of a diorama, because I could have the graveyard at the bottom and then a track with some little trees and then the steps up. I could even put a little like well there for the save, and then the steps up to a nice flat parking lot above, and it would be like the parking lot and the steps down and the walk through the forest, save point, and then you're ending up right at the cemetery gate where you would go through and meet Angela. So I would love to do that. I have to get a big slab of flagstone because that's most likely what I would have to do that on. It's too big of a piece to fit inside of a pot, or any of the ones that I own at least. So it's something that I would have to do on a big piece of flagstone, and I'm working on acquiring that. Flagstone's insanely expensive, but I spread a whole bunch of this lava rock around the outside of the house that I'm renting, and they happen to have some flagstone that they don't even know is there. It's just like packed away in random corners of the yard, like with weeds growing over them. So I went ahead and helped myself. So I've got a few flagstone pieces that I'm going to be able to do slabs on, and they're so cool because when I start it, it's this flat rock, and then I put the bare tree down on it, cover it up with some substrate and rocks, and then I build kind of a dome to keep it all together. Is really cool. A new technique that I've learned this year, and I went and had to order clay, so I just got some clay, and I've got my sphagnum moss right here, and I've got my akadama fines right over there, and you mix it all together and it makes this nice little it's almost like a putty clay that you can build walls with, and then the sun will dry it out so that it holds itself in place for at least a year or two, and then you're gonna have to replant or repot the tree anyways. So if you have to rip it apart and start over, no big deal. You're out a little bit of clay. Normally the clay is like $20 for 10 pounds, but I rolled through Hobby Lobby, this store in the US, the other day, and it was 40% off. Ooh, so I got it for $11. I really need to order like a 50-pound brick because I'm gonna need a lot of it. All right, I think that I just got to get a little bit more. You see, I don't want any rot on the lower branches. And the lid's gonna bring it up just a bit, I think, or maybe I don't even need the lid. If it's just resting on the edge of the cup, I guess this is fine. It would just be to retain moisture, but I think I'm just gonna, what should I do? Should I bring it up to retain moisture, or should I just keep it watered? I'm thinking keep it watered. Yeah, we're gonna work on just keeping it watered. It's got some sphagnum moss in there. That's gonna hold some moisture. That's cool. It doesn't need the lid if it's got the moss. We'll be good. I'm gonna put a little bit more in. This stuff soaks up water and holds onto it and very slowly releases it. So like you could take this moss and literally grow orchids in it. Just straight in this moss. It's the same type of moss that you put down for like reptiles. If you have like a bearded dragon at home or something. I don't have any reptiles anymore. I used to have a snake. I had a corn snake named Dionysus. And he was the cutest thing ever. I'll show pictures one of these days. But I was moving from state to state a lot, and I didn't feel like it was fair to keep moving the snake. So I found it a good owner up in Seattle when I lived there. Before I ended up moving down to Phoenix, Arizona. Which is good because it gets hot down there, man. Like, it almost cooked my fish at times. There was times where it was so hot in the house, even with the air conditioners running and everything, that I would have to like put ice cubes in my fish tank to keep it cool. It is some serious shit in Phoenix. I think that they've been breaking records this year already too for record heat, which is absolutely insane. I do not miss it. I do not miss it, Sam I am. I love the Pacific Northwest, baby. It's in my name. Grove Sleeper PNW. Because my heart lives here. I love this place. In general, the USA is a little bit fucked right now, but if you have to live anywhere here, this is the place. Politics everywhere, a little bit messed up right now. State level, federal level. There's really no winning over here. As a matter of fact, I was really excited when I was moving up here because I was like, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do for work if I can't get the bakery back open, and I thought I could work for the Forest Service, but our Forest Service is now being dismantled by our dear leader, our dear glorious leader. All right, yes, it's done. All right, I'm pulling the lid off of this and just watering it. Here we go. All right, buddy, good luck. Oh, good luck. All right, all the way up to the top. We'll watch it seep down nice and slow. You guys got a nice view? It's kind of like shining on it. Have to keep adjusting my lighting. All right, it's just getting to the bottom now, so yep, it's draining all the way. That's good. Very good. This is actually going to go into my little plastic humidity box that I've got outside. There's a little box that I put my my air layers and clones and things like that into. So it'll help keep it in a humid environment if I'm trying to keep some moss alive or anything like that for like future projects. But this is looking good. Soaks all the way through. Drainage, see? Drip, drip, drip. Good stuff, good stuff. And you know what? You can even go back in the turtle, look at that. Yeah. Barely fits in his trunk, but how cute's that? Cuteness level. Oh, it's spilling water, shit. It's not draining all the way yet. Ah. Cuteness level 1 to 10. And by the way, you guys, as this thing is growing like this and keeping like this, even if it doesn't grow roots, it'll still maintain its look and look very pretty for a long time before it dies off. I'm gonna have so many sick flowers coming up from my garden. I'm gonna have I already have some tulips out there that I could put in, that I'll probably put in here tomorrow. And then I'm gonna have hibiscus and oh, what are the other ones, man? Well, we're gonna have hibiscus flowers, and I absolutely love hibiscus. They're one of the most beautiful. I'm gonna have my massive azalea blooming. It's already turning pink. Oof! Ah, my knees. Unk's knees, yo. Unk's back, yo. Oh, guys, I was working so hard this last week. I swear to God. I moved 2,000 pounds of sand and stone around the house and sifted it and separated it and made bonsai soil and prepped things. Oh my God. I think I've got like 50,000 steps over the last like 4 days. So I've been working my tail off. But, you know, a lot of that work, you guys, has been done so that I can be set up so that I can do some really cool streams with you. I've been taking notes. I have so many notes on my phone and in my calendar of what days I need to get online with you guys and do air layering and wiring, and maybe I need to set up like a schedule where like 4 days a week I hop online and do a 101 class. I've got a source for like $5 trees essentially that are in pretty cool shape for bonsai. They're not good shape for like garden trees or like the typical market, but for us they're perfect because they're busted up, and I like and want and desire weird busted up trees because they make the cool bonsai. Oh yeah, this is gonna work perfectly, you guys. Our turtle persists. He's got a bigger load this time, but we're gonna be able to see when those roots pop up if they do. Hell yeah. Maybe I might put a little bit of plastic wrap around it. I'm not gonna waste my bubble wrap, but I might put a little bit of plastic wrap around it when I get out there. It doesn't need the lid. The lid's in the way, but some plastic wrap could hold a little extra moisture in there just to keep it safe. I'm just sitting for a second because my knees are exhausted, guys. I also went to my bonsai meeting this morning. I think I told you guys that. Met up with the Bonsai Society and brought like 2 pretty heavy trees there that I had to lug in and out. And then I was doing a bunch of wiring and twisting. And after moving all of that weight, check these out. I got skinny. Is that at least like skinny? Is that lean muscle? Can I at least say I got lean muscle? I know I'm skinny, but God, dude, I felt like a superhuman after I finished moving that 2,000 pounds of rock, man. I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it. I did it at first just using a big bucket, and I was like, oh my God, I need to go buy a fucking wheelbarrow now. So with all this weight in my truck, it can barely take that much weight. It's barely designed to carry 2,000 pounds. And I had to take it to Home Depot, and I'm going over like the speed bumps, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't explode my truck's suspension. Whew. I got 2 more projects for us tonight, guys. One of them's gonna take a while. One of them's gonna take almost no time at all. But they're gonna be cool. Let's do the one that's gonna take no time at all before this next ad break. And then I'm gonna take my ad break. I'm gonna check on my girlfriend one more time. Hex, if you're there, I announced earlier, I didn't tell, I don't think anybody heard because nobody was in chat, but my girlfriend's grandma passed away today. So we found out about that a little while ago. So I was making sure that she's okay. She's got tomorrow off, and she's had to work really hard all week. So she had today off to just relax, and she has tomorrow off, thankfully. So she gets to just kick back and hang out. I'm gonna make banana bread and pancakes in the morning and try and do some nice things for her to make her feel good, because it's never cool when a family member passes away. That sucks. But she was a very cool lady, and she lived a really long life, and so I always look at it in, a happy way. If a life is long lived and you got cool people around you for the entire time, I think it's something to be celebrated, because there's also people who don't get that luxury, I know a lot of people that have passed away young, and it's rough. A lot of it's drugs. Unfortunately. But, you know, I don't blame drugs typically. I usually blame the lack of mental health support and generally mental health awareness in America. I don't think that we take it seriously enough at all. And I think that it's to the detriment of many, many young people. You know, I'm in my 30s now. I'm in my mid 30s. And, you know, for a while through my 20s, it was either people I was hanging out with that were, you know, a little wild, or it was people who were like just falling into really dark times and never came out of it. A few tragedies, but we gotta work through it, you know? Life is really, really hard sometimes, but we got each other and we're gonna make it through. All right, everybody. I want to move our turtle over real quick, and then we can do our little quick project. It's a really easy one. It's a really easy one, and then I'll be able to do another cleanup and tree swap. We're just gonna be wiring a branch in to place on this one because it's been bugging me. Here's the tree, by the way, from the front. Here, I'll let you guys have the front view. The front view. Really cool little tree. I got it from the river. And I've been sending it one direction up here. Got too much wire though. This is really tough wire. I don't like it. I'd rather have copper wire. I think this is like steel. I do not need that. See, this is a perfect piece of wire, but it's just I kind of need to use that on another project. I can use a thinner piece here, I think. Yeah, let's try this one. All right, so this was already on a little bit wonky here, this bit of wire that I have moving the first branch up. So let's bend that this way again. And the trick is you want to bend the wire, not the branch. Because if you bend the wire, nothing's gonna snap. If you bend the branch, something could snap very easily. So here's how I'm gonna do this one. We're gonna have to double wire it, pinch it together. And let's see, what's a good hook? This is probably a good little hook right here. It's nice to find like a little knot of some type to latch onto. That one's actually not long enough. So it's gonna have to go onto this branch on the other side. Okay, yeah, because of the double length, I can't do a two branch method. That's usually what you want to try and do, is the 2-branch method, get 2 branches on one wire, but unfortunately I already had the one wire in here, so yeah, no, we're gonna do with it what we gotta do. So let's just hook this around this wire here and kind of make it a 2-wire method by connecting our wires at least. So this is gonna be the hook. Come on now. Bend, sucker, bend, sucker. There we go. Okay. And then we can come underneath this one. Come up at about a 45-degree angle with those two nice and tight together. Nice. And then back up and around. One more time here. I may be able to do a little bit of 2-branch split off at the end. Let me see if I got the length that I need. You know, kinda. Not really. Kinda not really. But I can make a loop here and make that final part do something cool. Like that. Alright, so now I'm going to turn it towards you guys and bend. Alright, so here's what I want to do. With this branch, I want it to go across, and then I'm really going to bend this part back all the way, and then up. Oops, camera undone, hang on. Let me wrap this one more time. I have to go a little further than I expected, but that's fine. This actually uses up the wire like length perfectly. And now we can kind of spaghettify this here. So this branch goes this way and this one goes this way. So in order to not hurt anything, I think what we're gonna do is twist this back like this, and then we can have this part go straight up like that. Ah. So now when we flip it around and we grab our clippers real quick and pick off some of this dead stuff here, here. Well, you know what? What I think I want to do is bring this one all the way down to here. Let me grab my other cutters, hang on. Branch is a little thicker than I thought. Get it right there. Boom! That looks so much better. Okay. And there's a ton of training that I could be doing to this, you guys. There's a lot of trimming I could be doing. This wire is absolutely bananas, the silver one. It looks like shit, but it's holding it in place, so it stays there until I'm ready to cut it off in a couple more months. It shall remain. Alright guys, it is reaching 11 o'clock, so I'm starting to run a little late here. I think what I want to do is save our next set of projects, which is going to be a number of choke cherry and plum cherry air layers. We're going to keep an eye on these new pieces that we put together. We're going to look at this thing pretty much on the daily to see if we get any type of action from it, because I'm excited to see what that does. This tree's looking way better too, with just a few easy adjustments. Maybe this needs to come down. Hang on. Yeah, that needs to come down. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. All right, well, we got a lot of cool stuff done today, guys. Oh man, stream boo again. All right, well, I think that it's just about time to call it for the evening. We've got a bunch of trees worked on. We separated all of our little, I believe they're spruces. Got all our spruces done and separated into the little mini containers. We opened up a handful of trainer pots. We need to probably move this one into one of the small trainers as well. Let me see, like, if that's even possible. Yeah, I bet we can make that work. From corner to corner, I think I can make it fit in one of these. If I can get these filled up, I'm a happy camper, because those only cost a couple of dollars each, and these cost 20-something dollars each. Whew. It's been a fun stream, you guys. Fun stream, lots of cool projects. Worked my tail off this week though. Jeez Louise, I gotta tell you, I've been Getting tired easy the last 2 days. So anyway, thank you so very much for hanging out. It was good to see you, Hexy. Sorry it's so dark. I've got all my lights on the other side. Thanks for coming through, Hexy. It's really good to have you here. Man, we've had to ban so many stream boos. We'll give it another shot tomorrow and see what's up, you know? I think I'm banning everybody that's stream booed. There we go. Cool. Alright, well thanks everybody for coming through today. I had a fun time. We're gonna do it again tomorrow and do some air layering on some different cherry trees. So have a good night everybody. It's been cool. Adios. Oh, and take care of yourselves, please. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I love you. I sincerely think that we all need to take the time every day to do something zen that we love to do. So, yeah. Fill your life with a little bit of love today. Adios.